Hello, it's Fuji the Koala here, and in this video, I'm going to take you through the demo for Solarpunk, an open world survival game that has some very, very cozy vibes. Solarpunk is developed by Cyberwave and published by Rockerplay, and it is planned to be released in 2025, but for now, we have this lovely demo to play through. I've already played through about 20 to 30 minutes of this demo just to see what to expect from it and whether or not my PC can handle the graphics, just because my computer is actually quite old. But so far, so good. We're not doing too bad at the moment. And then, the whole playing the game while recording side of things was also on the top of my mind. So at the moment, it's not so bad. We'll see how we go. Hopefully it won't be too choppy as we play through the demo. But we'll just play through a little bit here. Probably won't go for too long in this video just because it really gets you to just jump right into it. And in saying that, how about we do that right now? Alrighty, so as I said before, I have already started playing this demo. As you can see, I've already built a few things. Now, when you first start playing the game, first start playing the demo, I should say, and I'm assuming this is going to be like the first part of the game as well, you literally have nothing on hand. You've got nothing in your inventory, no tools. You have to craft your tools. So if you hit F on the keyboard, and I'm playing on PC, of course, you've got some tools to build here. So a pickaxe, a regular axe, a hoe, a hammer, and of course, a few other options here as well. You can craft sticks by chopping down wood, and you can break them down to make sticks if you need them for stuff. You can also craft a crafting table, which will be used for other items that you can also craft in the game. The survival guide is a really good option to actually have on hand. So once you have some wood and leaf, it's probably a good idea to have the survival guide ready to go. So what we'll do, I'm just going to quickly show you what the survival guide has. So the moment you make your survival guide, you can actually place it anywhere. So at the moment, I was able to place it on my crafting table, which was really cool. It sort of starts off with the essentials, including, food that you'll need to eat. So as you can see at the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you have, you got a thirst meter, you got a hunger meter, and I'm going to say that is your, it's a heart. I'm assuming that's energy, potentially. So that's your energy meter there. So you've got 3 different meters you've got to keep an eye on. Now, thirst is going to be a tough one. But what's really cool is if you grow raspberries and eat the raspberries, you can actually satisfy a bit of the thirst. So you can gain some thirst by eating these berries. I'm sure there's going to be other foods that you will find in the game, like fruits or vegetables, that will also help satisfy the thirst. But at the moment, the best option for you to drink water or to gain more thirst, so you're not as thirsty, is to have a rain collector, a water collector here, which I already have over here. Oh, it's already gotten dark. That's pretty quick. All right. That's the other thing about this game as well. There is like a day-night cycle, but you just don't know when it's going to happen. So far, the sun has just set. The moon is rising, which means it is nighttime. I still actually need to craft a bed, which is one thing that I've been trying to work towards. So if we were to craft at the table, to craft a bed, I need some cloth. Now, to be able to make cloth, you need cotton. Now, I've already got some cotton here, so I can craft those right now. I'm just wondering how much more I need. Okay, so I need 2 more pieces of cloth so that I can make my bed. But yeah, so in order to actually get to the point where you're making the bed, you need to have this research table. And once you collect, in order to research items, you need to have certain resources. So in order for me to have been able to research how to make a bed, how to craft a bed, I needed like a certain number of wood, which meant chopping down trees to get the wood. So yeah, so as you sort of play through the game, you've got all sorts of things to make. There is nothing that is going to hunt you down or try to kill you in this game. It is all you. You just got to look after yourself. Make sure that you stay, you don't get hungry or thirsty. So as you can see, while I eat the raspberries, it fills up my my thirst meter and my hunger meter, which is really cool. And because I've already collected my berries, I can replant my berries. Oh, I've run out of water. Another thing that I'm going to need to do is actually build a well, because I have to constantly come down to this little lake over here in order to fill up my watering can, which can be a bit of a hassle, having to constantly come down here. But the other thing is, like, you got to remember, you're sort of out in the wilderness, so it's going to happen. Like, until I'm able to, like, find a really good place to build all of my, like, further furniture, or because I have a feeling from what I've seen in the trailer, you will be able to build a house, like a proper house, full walls and floors and a roof kind of a house. Obviously, that's what a house is. And at the moment, I ended up sort of picking this spot for now because it just seemed like a good amount of space for me to do a little bit of, farming, like for my crops, to make sure that all of my crops are ready for me to harvest. So like the cotton there. And then every time you end up harvesting your crops, you do get seeds out of it, and then you can just replant it. So if I go into my current inventory at the moment, I don't have any other extra seeds, but I do have enough cotton now that I can actually craft my bed. So let's go over here to the crafting table. Now the first thing I need to do is I'm just gonna use the cotton to craft my cloth. Go over here. Now I can actually make my bed. And I have enough resources to craft my bed. A soft bed to skip the nights can only be placed on floors and under a roof. Right. I need a roof, which means I don't think I can do that right now because I don't have that ability at the moment. Yeah, must be placed under a roof. Okay, well, unfortunately for me, I'm going to have to pop that away into my inventory for the moment until I have a roof. I believe that is something that hasn't been unlocked yet, but I can unlock and research the beehive. So we've done that. But in order for me to unlock tier 2, I still need to research. I still need some resources to research tier 2, which is a really interesting concept that in order for you to research items, to be able to craft them, that you still need to have resources to do that, which is interesting. I don't mind that, I suppose, but it does mean that you'll have to go out and, search for more resources after the fact in order to craft the items you researched. So it might take a little bit more time. What do I need? I need 5 cloth. I've only got 1 at the moment, and a hammer, which means I'm probably going to have to make another hammer. at some point. All right, let's see what we can do with our crops. Now at the moment, let me just water here. The more crops that you have, the better. So if you can, just till some plots so that you can grow more. So you can grow more crops. It's actually a good thing. The other thing that you will notice is where it says underneath, where I'm pointing to put the plot down, it says R plus mouse move, which will equal the rotation of the plot. So this is how you can just sort of adjust where you want to put it in terms of a position. If you want to put it on an angle, if you want to put it straight, you can sort of figure out how you want it all set up for yourself. But yeah, so far this is kind of my plot. Cool. All right, we've got our cotton here, so I'm going to sort of replant the cotton. I'm going to put the cotton in my inventory, and I will require some more water, so let me just empty that out. I do want to figure out how I'm going to... the other thing you can do is you don't have to always be growing your own resources. You can just go out and go exploring so that you can find certain resources. Like as I've been going along, I've been picking up sticks and stones, and I've got my pickaxe here so I can break down this rock if I really wanted to, and that'll give me resources. The other good thing about breaking rocks and cutting down trees is that you don't have to go after, like once you break it down, the pieces don't fall on the ground. It actually just goes straight into your pockets, straight into your inventory, which is really cool. So we got some sand out of that particular rock, so we'll just pop that there. Let's cut down a tree, and as you can tell, it's kind of Minecrafty in the sense that after a certain amount of use, these tools will break. So you will need to actually recraft tools as you go. Yep, see? All gone. So now, if I go to axe, I've got enough stones and sticks that I can craft another axe, which is really good. And we can just jump back into it. I feel like at some point, once you level up a bit more, you'll actually learn to craft other stronger tools, most likely. I have a feeling there will be stronger tools available at some point, but I think that's where you're going to have to get to a point where you research. I just realized it's raining right now, so let's go have a look at our rain collector. The thing that I will also mention is you can drink the water from the rain collector. See, rain collector is now full. So let's just fill up our thirst meter so that we're not thirsty anymore. And we'll let the rain collector continue to collect the water. So now that our thirst meter is pretty much full, we are good to go. The other thing that you will know is that the rain helps water your crops. So that's very handy, and I like that. So now that I have my raspberry, I've harvested my raspberries. So every time you harvest a crop, you'll get one seed out of it. So for the raspberry bushes, I got one per raspberry bush, and then I can just replant them. Okay, bigger boulders will take a bit more time to break down. So let's see how long this takes. There we go. All right. Didn't take as long as I thought it would. But we did get some clay and a lot of stones out of that big boulder. But now we're actually giving myself a bit more space to play with. The other thing, I'm not sure if you noticed, let me show you guys. every time you chop down a tree, you will also get a sapling out of it to replant the tree. So I kind of like that, like respawn ability with everything. So there you go. This particular tree gave me 2 saplings, which is really cool. The other thing it will show you is if it goes orange, it means that it's too close to another tree, and obviously on the screen, as you can see, it will tell you if it's too close. The other thing it'll mention is if it's, it'll tell you where it can't be placed, like other places, including whether or not, certain areas, if there's something in the way or if it's too steep. That's the other thing too. Yeah. So it'll guide you along whether or not you can place certain trees around. So I'm going to do that and have them kind of surrounding the cliff a little bit. So those are the ones that I had planted earlier. Here are trees I already prepared. So that's actually really cool. Oh, that's right. I was supposed to make some cloth. So let's see how much cloth I can make with what I've got so far. All right. So that's good. All right. Now, let's see. Can I now? I can. Amazing. Let's do the research. Amazing. And now we have other options to research. So we can research a furnace used for smelting. Our airship dock, because our airship is currently nowhere near where we are right now. It's still in the air. Needed to build, upgrade, and retrieve an airship. So in order for us to do that, I need iron, which means I'm probably going to need that furnace so that I can make the iron, plus some more cloth. We've got some decorative tables and chairs, which is really nice. I wouldn't mind having some of those, and some decorative plants pack, medium-sized plants. Ooh, monsteras. So this is really pretty as well. I'm probably going to need bricks for those, which again will probably require the furnace. So let's research the furnace first. And then eventually, as you keep playing, it'll unlock all sorts of different items and packs. All right, well, let's just research the furnace for the moment. Now, what do we need to craft the furnace? So in order to craft the furnace, I require more stone. I need 20 stones. I've only got 8. Which means I'm going to have to go around and break down some more boulders. We do have a beehive, which I have not built. I have not crafted yet. I need some more wood, but that'll create some beeswax to create candles. And it'll also tell you that it can't be placed close to another beehive. So if you wanted to have multiple beehives, you have to space them out. It's nice that it also got these tabs at the top to make it easier to sort through and filter out all the items by categories. But you've also got the all tab here, so you can see everything that you have currently researched. Okay. I wouldn't mind making a well, so let's try and find ourselves a lot more stone. I also need some wood and some more sticks. So I'm probably just going to go a little bit quiet here and see what I can do in terms of finding all my resources. So we're going to go a little, going to go and do some exploring. And so in the meantime, while that is happening, you'll probably see some cuts here and there. So hopefully you don't mind that. But otherwise, I hope you enjoy the rest of this video, and then I'll come back with an outro afterwards once we have crafted our furnace and well. Okay, so I know it's dark. I feel like the sun should be rising soon at some point. We should be getting some sunlight coming through. The sun should be rising soon. However, we have now built our well. So we have our well here. I believe there's still some water in here because I did... no. Okay, never mind. We lower the bucket and then the bucket will come back up and we can fill our watering can from the well. And now I don't have to worry about running all the way down to the little pond that's all the way down at the other end of this clearing. So that's really cool. The one thing I will also mention is you cannot drink out of the well because this is dirty water. So anything that comes out of the well is only for watering your crops, in which in this case is what I will be doing right now. And I will just finalize with these crops here that are still on their way. All right. I can replant that. Grab the cotton, replant that. Water the plot. Oh, look at that. See? We have already run out of water. So good thing we have our well right here. And look at that. The sun is rising. Look at that view. Oh, it's so pretty. All those colors coming through. All right, we water that. Amazing. All right. That's the well. So as I said, the well gives dirty water, so you won't be able to drink from it in terms of, trying to fill up your thirst meter. However, like I said earlier, you can drink from the rain collector, which is what I will do right now. Let's drink from the rain collector. And now that it's raining, we can let it fill up again. And but that's the other thing too. At the moment, it's a rain collector, which requires the weather to be raining. I'm going to guess and say when in the full game, you will be able to probably upgrade from a rain collector to like a general water pump system, I would say. So that'd be really cool. And so this is kind of how you start. Like I said, this is an open world survival game. You begin with the basics. The well is a good source of water for your crops. Your rain collector is for thirst. Now we've also built the furnace, and from what I can see here, the furnace, similar like in Minecraft, where you need to have your resource, your material here in one box, and then it'll tell you what it ends up becoming once it's completely smelted down. But you need fuel to get it to that point. And what I've noticed is you can either add sticks or wood as your fuel. Right now, what I really need is some iron. So I'm going to chuck that in. And Bob's your uncle, we have our furnace running. Now that'll take some time, obviously, depending on what you are trying to smelt. Look at the light that it gives off. I love that light, that glow coming out of the furnace. That's actually really, really pretty. I love the small details like this in a game. It's really great. Absolutely love it. All right. So if you put in a full pile of iron ore, it'll just continuously go until it runs out of fuel. So in this instant, and look, as you hover over the little flame, it'll tell you how much time it's got left before it burns out. Let me chuck in some sticks and see if that helps. There we go. All right. So sticks give 30 seconds worth of fuel by the looks of things. And I'm assuming that's the same with a piece of wood. And then you'll just have to continuously keep an eye on the furnace to make sure that it's constantly burning, and so that it gives you what you need. Now, I'm going to double check and see. I think it was the research table that I needed. Yeah, so I need 5 iron. I also need some cloth. Now, the cloth is very simple since I've already got quite a bit of cotton on hand. So let's just create some cotton there. I think it was... Do I have enough cotton now? I need 5 pieces of cotton, so I need 1 more. There we go. So that's 5. Now I just need the 5 iron pieces. So we go to our furnace. We've run out of fuel, but we have 6 iron pieces, which is really good. So I'm going to remove my my iron ore. The other cool thing is you can also add in clay. And every time you add in a piece of material into the furnace, it actually shows you what it will become. So in this case, clay becomes bricks. And that's really cool. And also, if you hover over the actual material itself, it will give you a quick little description of what you can make using that material in the furnace, which is cool. So at some point, I'm probably going to need bricks. So let me just leave the clay in there. Sand obviously makes glass, so that'll come in handy for when you need to make like windows or anything like that once you start building your house. Nothing comes out of stones, so at the moment it's just iron ore, clay, and sand, and then I'm pretty sure at some point we'll find more materials to actually do that. So now I can research the airship dock. Awesome. There we go. That's the upgrade. The upgrade to my tools will be iron tools, which means they'll have better durability and they'll last a bit longer. Now, by the looks of things, and as we can see here, it is locked in the demo for now. So they'll be available in the actual full game. But it's still pretty cool that we still get, different options to create different items. Right now, I can just make some decorative tables, chairs, and plants. That is pretty much it for this demo. Considering that a lot of the stuff is currently locked away and you can't really do much with it because it is just a demo, I can already see myself just gonna give my thoughts just off the top of my head right now. This is a really cool game. I'm really loving the vibes. It is so chill. I can definitely see myself playing this for a very long time and just not even having to think about things. I can just zone out, not have to worry about what's going on around the world, and just build and craft and explore. Eventually, I'll probably get to a point where I'll want to build like other things that I'm able to build. This is definitely a game for me and for those of you who are into these type of open world survival games, but you don't have to stress about hunting down anything or anything hunting you, which is always the case with me when it comes to like open world survival games. I'm not usually the type of person to go out of my way to play those style of games, generally because of the whole anxiety and stress of having to make sure that we don't die out here. In this instance, I'm okay. As you can see, my hunger meter is flashing at me because it's telling me that I am very hungry. So I'm going to eat a few raspberries here. But that's essentially it for this game. Like, it's just some chill vibes, just hang out, explore, grow some crops, build things. It's really, really nice. I love it. I really dig this game. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I will have a link to the store page. I am hearing a chicken clucking somewhere. I know there's a chicken around here. But yeah, like I said, I will have a link to the store page in the description of the video for those of you who are keen on checking it out for yourself. Wishlist it. Oh, there's the chicken. Hello. Hello. But I can't pick it up or do anything. Well, that's a shame. But there's a chickie. But yeah. Yes, as I was saying, I get very distracted when I'm still playing the game and I'm trying to do an outro. So apologies for that. But yeah, please make sure to actually wishlist the game if you are interested in playing this game for yourself. It'll definitely be really good for the developers, it will be very good for the developers to let them know that you are interested in their game. It also, shows that, there's people out there who really enjoyed the demo and who are actually really keen on playing the full game. So, every wish list they get really helps. So please support the indie devs as much as possible by, giving their games some time and chuck them on your wish list. But that's it from me. Before you head off, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on video content like this one, and let me know in the comments below whether this is a game for you, if you are, vibing with what you've seen so far. Have you checked out the demo for yourself? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know how you're feeling about the Solarpunk. If you'd like to see what I'm up to, you can follow me on Blue Sky and Instagram at FulishFuji, and you can head over to my website, FulishFuji.com, for more content plus koala merch. Links to all that and more are in the description below. Thank you for watching today, and I hope to catch you in the next one, friends. See ya!